like a dome, so it's a geodesic dome. And one of the reasons we're really looking into that is because it has a fish pond in there, so it can keep it warm all winter. And it has solar panels, which other greenhouses have, but this is special. And so it allows us to grow food for the kids.
You said a fish pond?
A fish pond.
With fish in it,
yes.
I assume. Okay.
And it maintains the temperature inside the dome.
Uh-huh.
And so what it basically allows us is to grow year-round, which currently we can't do with our kids up here.
Even with a regular greenhouse, we'd be able to grow into November and maybe start again in April, but for the bulk of the school year, there's nothing they can see.
So I mean, I'm not real familiar with greenhouses, and I didn't grow up farming or anything. The reason being you can't grow year-round is because of the sun in the wintertime, is that?
Not the sun, because this allows you to capture the sun and the sun's warmth and then maintain it overnight, but it's really the temperatures, right?
Because it gets so cold in the winter is the main thing.
Yeah.
So how is this growing dome going to eliminate that issue of temperature?
Because it's shaped specifically to the sun reflects off of the inside into the fish pond and warms it up all night, and then it releases heat at night, and then it actually does the reverse in the summer, because that's one of the problems with greenhouses, is they get too hot in the summer. So at summer the water cools down at night and then cools the dome.
God, you guys got it all figured out, huh?
It's pretty high tech.
Yeah. And the cool thing is, I mean, it's always cool. I've traveled around the world, and it's something about showing a kid, here's a seed, put it in the earth, take care of the earth, it grows, now you have something to eat. I mean, we kind of lose that in our society, our culture of growing and reaping the benefits and reaping and sowing and all that stuff. So up here, this is the idea to get the kids doing that, to be able to get food from it. Yeah. But it's very expensive, this dome, this technology. Why is it so expensive?
It's not the dome itself. The dome actually costs probably about $40,000 to $50,000. But we have very...
What is it made of?
Well, it's made of
Can you live in it too?
You could live in it.
Okay.
It's made of the polycarbonate panels like you find on airplane windows and stuff. So it's very strong.
Okay. I'm picturing just like plastic, but...
Well, another problem up here is we have 200 pounds per square foot of snow load requirements. And so we have to build to that. Yeah.
And that's not actually expensive for a big greenhouse.
It's not?
No.
But the overall cost of funding this program is even more. So the dome costs $40-50 grand. Boom, got it.
Yeah.
Then it just all labor intensive from there? Is there a bunch more?
It's all permitting.
Permitting?
All permitting to get everything through. There's something called the DSA, Department of School Architects, and they permit everything in the entire state of California, and they want to make sure that any building that kids go into
doesn't cave in on them.
Right.
Yeah, so they want to make sure that when we have 200 pounds of snow and an earthquake and 50 miles an hour wind speed,
right,
that it will hold up.
Right.
In which case, kids probably wouldn't be in school.
Right, exactly.
And that's a good thing. We need to have that.
And so, forgive me, is this thing already set up and in place and functional at this point, or no?
Well, there is one in Truckee that's working, and we're using that model, but that was on a private residence, and just getting it in the school is proving to be monumental. But once we get it at one school, it will be much easier to do it at the other schools. So we're in partnership with Tahoe Truckee Unified as well, and they have 3 to 6 schools that want to put them in up there. But we are going to be the first.
And what was the big motivation behind it? You're one of the parents. I mean, obviously you must have kids there, right? You can't be you're not a parent of a kid from another school, right?
Well, I think
correct me if I'm wrong.
Actually, my kid does go to another school, so this is a joint effort. This is a joint effort between parents from all the schools, because we really want to see it happen. And we're committed to all the schools having different focuses. And the focus at Sierra House is the Mountain Academy, and this fits in with that. Yeah.
Tell me about that. I heard about this recently. This is pretty cool. This is neat.
So we're going to become the Sierra House Mountain Academy, and our focus is on fitness and health and nutrition, and getting our kids outside and playing sports and learning to eat healthily. And that is our main focus, and everything is going to be around that from this point onwards, and the dome is a main part of that.
And is that another thing where you have to go and get the credentials and go through the state of California and to be a mountain academy?
No.
You just claim, hey, I'm going to be a mountain academy?
No, because a lot of our teachers have expertise in those areas to begin with.
Sure.
Like Ryan Gallus and Seth Martin. And so it's just changing the focus a little bit, that's all. Our school's already that way.
And then they're also pulling in people from the community, like they have a partnership with the ice rink, and so kids are ice skating and ice hockey every morning. And
are they considering skiing?
We already do that. We do cross-country skiing in the mornings, usually.
Yeah. Okay. So there's all this encompassing stuff. One of the things being the growing dome. How are you going after? You need funding. That's the main reason. That's the main reason we're sitting here all together.
Yes,
we need money. This thing
money.
on, we need some money.
Lots of money.
How do we go about getting money? And what are the benefits for somebody who says, I've got a little extra money. What's the benefit, and how do we get that money from people?
Well, one benefit that has always been foremost in my mind is our kids do not have the opportunity, like other kids down the hill, to see how agriculture grows. They don't have that experience. A lot of our kids, when I volunteer at school, they don't have gardens, they don't go out into the forest. It's shocking. And we really want to start bringing our kids into have that connection. And so that's one main focus. The other main focus is our nutrition. Up here we have high levels, surprisingly enough, we have high levels of obesity, we have high levels of diabetes. And one of the ways to change that is to change the way our kids look at food. And gardens and domes like this have proven to be one positive way to do that.
Sure.
So those are the main.
And we're also doing a composting program in several of the schools, and the parents have been pretty shocked by how much food just gets picked up and thrown in the garbage.
Oh my God,
and especially they introduce like fresh apples and oranges, and the kids don't eat them. And so studies have shown if kids are involved in growing the food, they'll be more likely to eat it. So.
Well, it sounds like a great program. It's expensive. So if people are interested in helping, you guys need some fundraisers. You got to do all this stuff. Huh? Just the beginning of the process. I assume.
No, we've already raised about $65,000.
Good.
So we're going.
And
to
how did most of that come about?
Actually, the Seroptimists were really great.
Awesome.
We applied for a little grant, and they said, it looks like you need more money than that. So they gave us more money,
Awesome.
and then McDuff's
they're
gave us
fantastic
money.
group.
They were in this morning. It's great. We have a great community, and it's just
Yeah,
great
we
when
do.
we all come together. So hopefully you guys please come back again, and let's talk about this again, and continue to come up with new ideas to try and fund this program that helps the kids to eat right and mountain lifestyle, and we're living the good life up here in Tahoe.
So if anyone wants to get in touch with us, we do have we have a website going up, but you can email us at tahoedomes.com.
TahoeDomes.com. Easy.
Gmail.com.
Gmail.com.
Tahoedomes
Domes
at
at gmail.com.
TahoeDomes@gmail.com. Come back and let's talk about it again. Let's continue to promote this project at the Sierra House Growing Dome.
Thank you very much.
Cool. Thanks for coming in this morning.
Okay.
We'll be back with your Don't leave yet. We got to tell them. Tell them we'll be back with your forecast. After
Okay,
this.
we'll be back with your forecast.
Like she said.